welcome to an institute called School of Science, the very gates of which have seen students entering the most premier institution of medical and engineering college of our country through different entrance examination. It's been almost a work of 31 years for the institute, and not the entire work was as smooth as it now appears. Starting from 2 to now, a strength of over 1,000 students, the institute had recognized the dreams in their eyes and converted them to success stories in both joint entrance and competitive exams. The students of School of Science are now presently working as a rocket scientist, engineers, doctors, lecturers, administrators, managers, technocrats and other diversified fields across the country and abroad. Our institute does not promise a success, it delivers so. School of Science has been scripting success stories for its students for over 31 years.
School of Science, the brainchild of Abhijit Bhattacharya, was founded on the 22nd day of April 1988, exactly 30 years back.
It is a premier institution of Northeast for aspirants who want to make a career in government jobs, banking, railways, LIC and other allied services.
তিনি যখন শেষবার মায়ের কপালে চুমু খাচ্ছেন এবং একটি মৃতদেহের শরীরে, তখন ঠিক আর 1 ঘন্টা পরে শহরের রবীন্দ্র ভবন শতবার্ষিকী প্রেক্ষাগৃহে তার TCS এর একটি কোচিং ক্লাস। তিনি মার নিথর দেহে কপালে বারংবার চুমু খেতে খেতে হাউমাউ করে কাঁদছেন এবং ILS এর সমস্ত ডাক্তাররা তারা সেদিন ICUর কেবিনে তাকে জড়িয়ে ধরে সান্ত্বনা দিচ্ছেন। তিনি নিচে নামলেন, সেখানে অগণিত ছাত্রছাত্রী এবং তার আত্মীয় স্বজনেরা, তাদের চোখেও জল। তিনি প্রত্যেককে বললেন কিছুক্ষণ অপেক্ষা করতে। এই অধমকে তিনি বললেন তার গাড়িতে বসলাম এবং আমরা দুজন মিলে একসঙ্গে রবীন্দ্র ভবন এলাম। তার চোখে গোটা যাত্রা পথে শুধুই জল আর জল এবং বারংবার শুধু একটা কথাই বলছিলেন, মা চাইতেন দায়িত্ব সময়ের সঙ্গে নিষ্ঠার সঙ্গে পালন করতে। আমার মা প্রয়াত হয়েছেন এ কথা যেমন ঠিক, যে 150 জন ছাত্রছাত্রী আমার জন্য একটি ক্লাসের অপেক্ষা করছে, তাদেরকে কিছু বলাটাও আমার কর্তব্য। তিনি সেদিন 2 ঘন্টা ক্লাস করেছেন রবীন্দ্র শতবার্ষিকী ভবনে এবং তারপর ফিরে গিয়ে তার প্রয়াত মাকে সঙ্গে নিয়ে বাড়িতে গেছেন। তিনি অভিজিৎ ভট্টাচার্য।
I have come back from Kolkata today, where I had been for a few days for a little bit of medical treatment, and I was in 2 minds whether to come here or not, because I knew that I would be very tired. But having come here, I thank myself that I had consented to come, because I never knew that there was such an institution in existence in Agartala, tiny Tripura, which has turned out so many students who have competed in all India examinations and have won laurels for themselves as well as for their institution, and also for the untiring efforts of Sri Abhijit Bhattacharya behind them and behind the setting up of this school. What the announcer some time back mentioned about him during immediately after the death of his revered mother touched my heart. It reminds me of another scene when a person who was in the thick of the freedom movement, he was an advocate and he was arguing a case in court for some people who had been accused by the British government of sedition. In between his argument, somebody came and gave him a sheet of paper. He picked it up, he read it, then put it in his pocket and went on with his argument. As soon as the argument finished, he rushed out. Then somebody asked that person, what was that? He said that that was news of his wife's death. The name of that gentleman, some of you might know, was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He was the person who was, this is not a time to dwell upon him, but he was the person who managed to keep India intact by getting all the princely states of this country, including Tripura, integrated into the Indian movement. And I am very happy to know that in at least one way, Sri Abhijit Bhattacharya is in the same league as me. Finally, before concluding, I would once again like to congratulate all those students who have come out and who have done themselves proud, and particularly congratulate Sri Abhijit Bhattacharya for the wonderful work that he has done over all these years. Godspeed to you. May God help you in the coming days to take this process forward, and I beseech all of you to do whatever is necessary to turn Agartala into a quota of Eastern India. Thank you very much.
Till date, a total of 1,638 students enrolled for competitive examinations in School of Science have got government jobs. In Tripura, Civil Service and Tripura Police Service examination, also students have done remarkably well. For the fourth consecutive time, School of Science has bagged the first rank in the TCS TPS Grade 2 examination. Subrata Kumar Das stood first in the year 2007. Jayant Bhattacharya stood first in the year 2009. Manuj Kumar Shaha and Sudipta Biswas stood first in the year 2011 and 2014 respectively.
Our students are quite intelligent, quite competent, having a degree, but they don't know where to go, how to get a job, how to get their knowledge, implemented or rather utilized. OBG is there to take care of you. That is why we congratulate OBG for his efforts.
So far, a total of 140 students have cracked TCS TPS examination from School of Science.
Mr. Bhattacharya was a brilliant student during my school days, as I remember. I used to bunk classes, but he was he was very serious to his task with books, and I was very serious with my games, plays, cricket and all these things. So obviously, what he has achieved after that, I would say, is too little for his caliber. But it's a proud moment, or proud for me, that he has produced brilliant students from these great institutions, working in almost all the sphere, right from space to doctors, engineers, IAS, TCS, TPS, IPS, IFS, what not he has produced. Hats off to you, my dear friend. And that's why I said I'm really very, very proud of remaining in today's program. A bit of advice, since I am a minister now, I have to advise you guys. If you set a goal, if you set a target, then I have to achieve that. I have to reach that point. With determination, with hard work, with perseverance, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible.
Just to ensure the finance does not become an obstacle for the deserving students in achieving their career goals, we provide free coaching to needy students, which also serves as our way to giving back to the society at large.
স্কুল অফ সায়েন্স অত্যন্ত ছোট প্রকল্প থেকে আজ একটা বিশাল প্রতিষ্ঠান গড়ে তুলেছে, যে প্রতিষ্ঠানে 15 শতাধিক ছাত্রছাত্রী রাজ্য সরকারে বা কেন্দ্রীয় সরকারের ব্যাংকসমূহে বিদেশে কর্মরত বলতে স্কুল অফ সায়েন্সের যে সাকসেস স্টোরি, সফলতার স্টোরি আপনারা শুনেছেন। স্কুল অফ স্টোরি আরও এগিয়ে যাক, আমরা সফলতা কামনা করি। অভিজিৎদাকে দেওয়ার মতন আমাদের তো কিছু নেই, কিন্তু অভিজিৎদার কাছ থেকে সমাজের পাওয়ার মতন অনেক কিছু আছে। শিক্ষকতার পাশাপাশি যে আমরা আপনার কাছ থেকে যে সাহায্য সহযোগিতা বিভিন্ন সময় সামাজিক ক্ষেত্রে পেয়ে থাকি, ওটা যাতে আপনার চালু থাকে।
Today is a day of joyous celebration, a day dedicated to hope and renewal. I am sure the School of Science will go from strength to strength. It will emerge as one of the greatest institutions in the country also.
2011-এ আমি অ্যাডমিশন নিয়েছিলাম। তো আমার বিভিন্ন সমস্যার কারণে আমি কিছুদিন আসার পরে আমি আর আসতে পারিনি। তবে যতদিনই এসেছিলাম ক্লাসগুলো খুবই আমার ভালো লেগেছিল। যারাই গাইড করেন, যারা এখানে স্কুল অফ সায়েন্সের টিচার আছেন, ওনারা খুবই ভালোভাবে স্টুডেন্টদেরকে গাইড করেন।
It's been so many years that School of Science serving the state, and this institution has produced administrators. Our student from IAS to IFS, Tripura Civil Service, Tripura Police Service, Tripura Forest Service, Tripura Judicial Service, Tripura Engineering Service, everywhere.
The headquarters of School of Science is at Shamali Bazaar in Agartala. It is a dream destination where thousands of students are trained and imparted best coaching and direction for their onward march in the competitive examination. The endeavor to guide the coming generation towards a bright future is what drives the institution called School of Science.